Batman Arkham City, one of the most monumental superhero games of all time. It really is. I mean, since its release in 2011, it has been a standard for superhero games after it. People to this day are comparing recent superhero releases to this game. It's heavily debated as the best Arkham game, so on and so forth. Very excellent game, and something that comes naturally with a lot of popular games are finding new ways to play and experience said game, one of which is speedrunning. Speedrunning is a very popular hobby in video games. You see it in a lot of popular games like Super Mario 64, Metroid. Batman Arkham, however, I don't know, you would never really think of speedrunning the game, right? To me, it feels kind of unique, or more unique than other games you'd think to speedrun. I don't know. However, the community for Batman Arkham speedrunning is there, and it is popular. With its many appearances at the popular Games Done Quick event featuring talented speedrunners playing the game, as well as its making its mark on speedrun.com with its active community, the game to this day is being pushed to its limits, with records being broken over time. Shout out to ShikenNuggets for helping me with a ton of this information that would have otherwise been more difficult to put together. He's a lead speedrunner in the community and has held world records in the game, pushing the game to its limits. I'll put his channel in the description, please check him out, one of the best runners in the game for sure. Now to preface this video will likely only scratch the surface of this game's speedrunning history. There's so much history behind this game and so many different discoveries in terms of skips and a lot of trivial knowledge that's not all well documented, so when it comes to those things, I think that'd be something you want to look more into if you wanted to speedrun the game. This video will, however, look at the big scope of things, so the most notable runs, big skips, major discoveries, how the game progressed over time in terms of speed and progression to get new world records, that kind of thing. I just wanted to point that out because a completely detailed full history of the game could take hours, but I'm condensing it into this near 15-minute video, right? So keep that in mind, but without further ado, let's go in depth with the speedrunning history of Batman Arkham City. And also keep in mind, I will be using footage from other people's runs, giving them credit, obviously, so the quality of some of these videos will fluctuate because the game's been out for over 10 years, right? So yeah. Okay, so to begin, Arkham City came out in 2011. One of the leading speedrunning websites, Speedrun.com, was not established until around 2015. So Arkham City speedruns prior to that year weren't well preserved, unfortunately, as that website wasn't created yet. The earliest speedrun that I could find was, once again thanks to ShikenNuggets, was a glitchless speedrun completed by Jeremy Saint on console on January 23rd of 2012. He completed the game in 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 1 second. However, aside from him, there's only been one other documented speedrun from the same year that actually beat his, which is from somebody named RoboSparkle, who managed to beat his with a 1 hour, 52 minute, and 32 second time in this amazing 240p quality. I'm not making fun of him or anything, it's just funny to point out. This was completed on May 21st of 2012, and as far as I know, these two runs are some of the earliest recorded and verified runs of the game. This was on console, however, not too many well-documented runs with console. However, fast forward to 2014, which is when PC runners started approaching the speedrunning scene for the game, which changed the landscape of Arkham City's speedrunning community forever.
It's going to zip you out of the map. You want to jump off that little rail that it's going to throw you in.
You want to hold forward on the left stick, and then hold aim, and then right trigger and A.
Aim, shoot, and press the button to whatever it is.
Once PC players got a hold of speedrunning Arkham City, a lot of advancements have been made to the scene. A lot of major discoveries were found that made speedrunning the game way faster than it's ever been. These discoveries include various tricks to glitch the game, but here are some of the most notable ones. One that I wanted to talk about was the famous storage trick, discovered by Akion in 2014. This method is a trick you can do with the REC gun, where you shoot it and quickly switch to another gadget during its process. There's a lot more to it that I'm not going to explain here. I'll link a video in the description if you want to learn more. But storage basically lets you cancel animations and also lets you get out of bounds on the map, breaking the game, allowing various skips. It's a really big find in the community. Another popular method includes REC cancels, discovered by John Stephen Evil in early 2017. This skip allows you to skip animations, such as the jammer animations as you can see here, allowing for much more time to be saved. Ground takedown cancels is another one. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who discovered this, as it's been used by various groups of people over time, but it's basically how it sounds. You're able to cancel your ground takedown animations, saving time by taking down bad guys faster, and progressing through the game quicker because of so. All of these time savers and more were implemented in speedruns over time, something that pushed this game to its absolute limits. Aside from these discoveries, many PC players were able to find skips in various levels throughout the game as well. Places like the church in the beginning of the game, the Dino Museum, the Dead Parent skip just before Ra's al Ghul's trials, the Steel Mill 2 section, as well as Protocol 10, all had skips where you can go out of bounds or what have you to get through the level quicker. These discoveries led to the modern speedruns of Arkham City that we see today. And not just that, but because of these kind of things, Arkham City has also gotten its earned spot in the Games Done Quick event. With GDQ, Batman Arkham City speedrunning community got its name out there more, being run for multiple years at the game's events between 2013 and 2024. The game was played by notable speedrunners in the scene, including RoboSparkle, Kojo, Bubbles de Fuego, and ShikenNuggets, who actually played the game there twice. It was at these events where they really got to showcase how the game has progressed over the years, showcasing things like the various skips I mentioned as well as other methods of saving time. These events were really fun to watch, and I recommend looking them up if you want to see high quality speedruns of these games. However, while these were fun, the real competitive side of speedrunning are the world records achieved for the game over the years. Now, once Speedrun.com was established at around 2014 and 2015, all the high-level speedruns and world records have since then been documented there. I'm not going to say that speedruns before that didn't matter or aren't as important, but due to the lack of documentation and the scene still kind of finding its footing before then compared to what it is now, I think it's safe to start on Speedrun.com where the first world records are truly documented. And keep in mind, the speedruns I will be showing are the any percent runs on easy mode for the PC version. There's a lot of categories the game goes through, as any game does, all with their own world record histories, but any percent on easy seems to be the one people have eyes on the most, and it also provides an accurate and interesting history of the game's progression over the years. If you would like to see other categories, however, I'll leave a link to the site in the description below. So the very first world record was completed by Charlatan on August 18th of 2015. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, I probably am.
Not the mouse! Hey look, sub 135.
In this run, Charlatan played the game quickly and efficiently, but some skips were not found at this time. For example, the church skip wasn't found until around 6 years later, as well as things like the REC cancel. So for being a run that didn't have these optimizations, it was wildly impressive he was able to beat the game in around 90 minutes. However, while his run was impressive, it was quickly beaten, however, 4 months later. Player Orange's set a new record, managing to beat his time by 1 minute and 9 seconds on December 12th of 2015.
That's world record. They win.
As far as I can tell, no new strategies were developed. Orange's just played a cleaner, more efficient run, giving him the record. And not only that, but he managed to keep this record for nearly a year. In fact, the only person to beat that record during that time was himself, as since that run, he has went on to get a new record 3 more times since then, managing to beat the game in 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 42 seconds on November 13th of 2016. However, that final record was short-lived, as only 15 days later, on November 28th of 2016, a player by the name of Dark Attracts was able to beat his record in 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 18 seconds, a whole 2 minutes and 24 seconds of improvement. Dark Attracts played a very efficient run, while having few mistakes here and there. Overall, he was able to save time in other areas, getting the world record, and since then he has kept the record for about 5 months, improving his time by about 4 minutes, which is very impressive.
That's a world record. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a world record. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit.
But then, however, the game now is starting to finally get optimized, which leads us to one of the most notable breakthrough runs I would say for the game, which was Kojo's run on April 29th of 2017.
Wow, that's a really good run. World record.
What?
Yeah. I beat my old PP.
Kojo managed to substantially break the world record from a previous 1 hour, 21 minute, and 31 seconds to a 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 53 second run, improving the time by 11 minutes and 38 seconds. A massive improvement thanks to how much the game was optimized during that time span, as in this run, Kojo incorporated techniques such as the REC cancels, saving good amounts of time, as well as the storage trick, which allowed him to go out of bounds on the map and access areas a lot quicker. At this time, it was seen as an unbeatable world record for quite a while, as watching the run, the game seemed extremely optimized with the new skips and tricks that he implemented, and because of that, the record was seen as unbeatable for a little while, as Kojo kept the record going for over a year. But then, someone finally came around to beating the world record. A prominent player in the community today, ShikenNuggets.
I might have split a little too early there, but that's still world record. Okay.
ShikenNuggets was able to beat Kojo's time by only 10 seconds on August 15th of 2018. ShikenNuggets finally took down Kojo's record by only 10 seconds. He played a really clean game. And since that run, ShikenNuggets had a very, very dominant history for the next 2+ years, being the only person to keep beating his own world record, progressively improving his time using new techniques and tricks implemented over the course of these runs. Some of the new improvements he used to optimize the game was actually switching to Spanish dialogue, as Spanish dialogue actually sped up the game. He also implemented new techniques such as the intro fight skip, allowing you to skip the intro fight, saving you a decent amount of time. And one that I think is notable is not getting the grapnel boost. Runs prior to his would go for the grapnel boost, as people thought they'd be able to finish the game faster. But that's not actually the case, as the community realized it made gliding easier, but not faster in most cases. A lot of the time, doing the swinging technique with your grapple into glide was enough, where you would let go mid-grapple and glide quickly after to get a nice speed boost going. So because of these new techniques, coupled with ShikenNuggets' impressive skill and knowledge of the game, he was able to dominate the scene for a long time, and like I said, improve his own run many times during the 2 years. One particular run that really showcased how far the game would go was his run completed on June 1st of 2019 in 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 49 seconds.
Fuck yeah! 105, holy shit. That was...
A big improvement over his previous time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 17 seconds. Most people at this point thought a 1 hour, 7 minute run was already extraordinary, but Shiken was able to complete it even quicker, showing that the game still had so much potential to be done faster. And since that point, ShikenNuggets managed to end his series of world records on July 25th of 2020 with a 1 hour, 2 minute, and 44 second time. However, it was about time to crown a new champion for the game's world record holder. Enter Rytro in September 10th of 2020, who beat ShikenNuggets' world record by only 9 seconds with a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 35 seconds. While this is documented, the video showcasing the run are privated, unfortunately, but this run marked a competition with ShikenNuggets, as the both would try to beat this time and keep the throne a world record, which was the first real competition the speedrunning community has seen in years at that point. And this competition ultimately turned to ShikenNuggets' favor when he beat Rytro's record only 2 days later on September 12th of 2020, improving the time by 38 seconds for a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 57 seconds.
101. Holy shit.
He reclaimed his throne. It seemed that ShikenNuggets was near unbeatable at that point, persistently keeping the record and always improving. But finally, 5 months later, ShikenNuggets was finally dethroned. On March 10th of 2021, a player by the name of Bepsi managed to beat his record by 16 seconds for a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 41 seconds. This run marked a pivotal turning point for the community, as after this point, Bepsi became the new dominant world record holder, constantly improving his time for around a year and a half. But the most notable run was the one he completed on April 1st of 2021, where he became the first player ever to complete the game in sub 1 hour for a time of 59 minutes and 58 seconds. This marked how fast a game can truly be beat, optimizing all the known strats at the time, including storage techniques, REC cancels, out-of-bounds glitches. There's many other small and minute details that add up to saving a lot of time found throughout the years, which helped to improve these runs as well. And Bepsi showed it as he kept improving the time, ultimately setting a record of 56 minutes and 7 seconds on October 13th of 2022. a massive improvement, managing to beat the game in under 1 hour. At this point, it seemed that Pepsi peaked the game, but as we've seen this entire time, new players come into the fray to show how much more the game can be optimized. Enter the player 30 Puns. On October 23rd of 2022, 30 Puns dethroned Pepsi, setting a new record of 55 minutes and 58 seconds, improving the time by 9 seconds. And while Pepsi actually beat this record the next day by 25 seconds, 30 Puns was able to beat that record 6 months and 8 days later with the 55 minute and 21 second run on April 30th of 2023. 30 Puns showed an insane level of skill and knowledge and execution that was unmatched, fully utilizing the game's skips, discoveries, minute time savers to constantly improve his time, as he would improve this record 5 more times since then, which would lead us to the current world record that nobody is able to beat as of yet, which is a whopping time of 53 minutes 39 seconds achieved on October 22 of 2023. This marks the current world record for Batman Arkham City, and since then has yet to be beat. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, I believe I only scratched the surface of the game's history. If you would like to know more, there are tons of resources and guides and other categories and such on the website, speedrun.com, and all the runs are on there for you to watch or study. But yes, that is the speedrunning history of Batman Arkham City, and it is still going strong today. Let me know if this is something you enjoyed, something that if you're a part of the community with, I got pretty accurate, hopefully in my explanations. If there was something I missed, let me know. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, help me get to 100K, I'd really appreciate it. Follow my socials down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and peace.